or even a pocket axe. These binoculars are from World War I with a patent date of February 10th, 1914. Hello, welcome to Waypoint Survival. Today we're going to talk about getting dressed for a 1930s squirrel hunting trip. Stay tuned. So the first thing that you're going to notice is that we have a proper cap on. And this is the kind that has a bend in the middle for the brim. Get an idea of what that looks like. And this would be a wool hat of some sort. It would keep the head warm, would also help keep flies and bugs from biting into your scalp, and also provides a little bit of sunshade. As you can see today, we've got a pretty bright sun. So it serves multiple purposes, and it does help you keep the glare off of you so that you can see a little bit better into the woods. Of course, generally squirrel hunting, you're looking into the trees and things like that. So a good hat is very important to have. Next, carried in a breast pocket, where it's easy to get to, we have a pair of sunglasses. And again, depending on what time of day we're hunting, might just be out scouting, but a good pair of dark glasses that will help shield you from the rays of the sun and look stylish while you're out hunting. We have a couple of items tucked into the vest. First, we have our binoculars, and these are excellent binoculars. Fold open so you can adjust to the width of your eyes, and each has its own diopter for adjustment. These binoculars date back to World War I. They're made by the Bosch & Lomb company in New York, and we keep them stashed inside the vest like this. And what that does is it keeps them from bouncing while we're walking and rattling against our cartridges or any of the other buckles that it might hit against. As you can hear, that's loud. So this stays tucked in there where it's easy to get to, and it stays quiet. We are also carrying around the neck a small whistle. This is for signaling other hunters in the party, or should we get lost. Again, you can signal by 3 shots, but that wastes shells. So this is a handy and cheap way to send those 3 important blasts of a whistle to let someone know that you're in trouble. The next item is this game pouch, which is worn slung across the shoulder like this. And this opens up. You can do like this if you want, or you can undo the buckle. And this opens the whole thing up, just like that. And this, of course, is for putting our squirrels in. It is leather backed, so there's a nice separation between the game and yourself as you're walking along. The next item that you notice is the Duckback hunting vest with places for cartridges, 5 on each side. There is also in the back, if we wish to use it, another game pouch. We would not have to use the one slung across the shoulder, but that one is much easier to work with and get to than to deal with this all the time. And depending on your flexibility of your arms and shoulders, you may have a hard time getting in and out of this one back here. So one on the side, again, is a little bit easier to work with. Now we are carrying a few items in the pockets, but this is not the gear video. I'll do a separate one on that. But I'll show you a few of the things that I am carrying. First of all, we have a really nice brass compass, and you can get this from Logsdon & Company. It's a fantastic compass, works really well. Nice catch here. You could wear this if you wish around your neck, or in this case I choose to keep it in a pocket, and this just gives us some basic navigation in case we would get turned around in the woods a little bit. Taking that off, we come to this marvelous wool shirt, and again, this is by Logsdon & Company. Absolutely fantastic shirt, and I do appreciate him sending this to me, and just sort of a thank you for talking about some of his wares. But this would be a very important thing to have. Wool keeps you warm even when it gets damp, and it's just a very great color. It's a muted gray color which kind of blends into the environment, and if you'll notice, everything that I'm wearing is brown or tan or gray, and those all were primitive things that people wore before we had camouflage and a lot of fancy items. But this shirt is just a great shirt. And I will be putting a link down in the description box below where you can go to Logsdon & Company and order some things from Nathaniel if you wish. He's got a great selection. Holding our pants up is just a standard leather belt, brown in color. And on this side we have our 1916 patented Marbles hunting knife. On the other side of the belt, carried on our weak hand, because I'm right-handed, we have a small hatchet. Now you don't absolutely have to have a hatchet when you go squirrel hunting, but when it comes to removing parts of the game and opening it up for cooking and eating, a hatchet is really good for those purposes. Yes, you can do it with a knife, but this just makes it so much easier, and it's small, it's lightweight, it doesn't weigh very much. So again, it's something that you would easily carry. And this is known as a bag hatchet or even a pocket axe. The type of pants that we're wearing is very typical of the period. They're very broad, very wide up here around the legs. These are a type of riding pants, also known as jodhpur pants. And they taper down very small around the ankle so that you can fit it into whatever kind of boots you happen to be wearing in the field. You also might wear some type of wool breeches, but for these days this works pretty well, and they fit extremely comfortably because they're baggy and loose. You don't get that chafing when you're walking through the woods or climbing in and around things, and they're very easy to squat in and to work with around a campfire, for instance. And all around, these are a marvelous type of pant to hunt in, and it's a shame that we've gotten away from them. If you are interested in getting some pants like this, you can pick these up at a website called What Price Glory. However, the real star of the show are these mock toe boots, also known as larrigans. They are extremely comfortable. They have a leather sole, so they're really quiet in the woods. You can walk through there, you can feel every bump. Anything that might snap like a twig or leaves, you can push them aside, and they're great for still hunting. They also work well for snowshoes if you want to wear them for that, for the old style of snowshoes. But these larrigans or mock toe hunting boots can be purchased at Logsdon & Company. And again, I'll make sure and put a link down below. But these are extremely comfortable. They're soft, they're easy to walk in. I've put quite a bit of walking in on these on grass and places where there's gravel and things like that, and I found them to be very comfortable. Haven't got any stone bruises from wearing them. They come in different sizes. And again, Nathaniel Logsdon, thank you so much for reproducing these, and these are just fantastic hunting boots. Now if we get up in the morning to go squirrel hunting and it's pretty chilly out and we need an extra layer, then we'll put on our Duckback jacket, and this will provide us with the extra insulation that we need. Again, it's a type of canvas, so we'll be able to go through the woods without getting caught up and hung up in briars and brambles and things like that. And last of all, we've got our old 16 gauge side-by-side with the hammers. It does have a repair to the wrist here, and so has some rawhide shrunken and fastened down to there to hold that together better, with a patent date of February 10th, 1914. So this is what the entire outfit looks like with the jacket on. And this is what it looks like with the jacket off. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this little foray into the past, the 1930s, the Great Depression era, and what you might see somebody wearing as they were going hunting during that period of time. This is James Bender for Waypoint Survival. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also make sure and check out the links in the description box below, just under the More button. While you're down there, you'll also find our waypointsurvival.com link. And this is where you can sign up to take survival and bushcraft classes at our beautiful training facility in Southern Ohio. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. And when you do subscribe, make sure and press that bell button so that you can stay notified of all of our upcoming videos, and we'll talk to you next time.